Patrol! KABC presents High Adventure in the Vast Reaches of Space. Missions of daring in the name of interplanetary justice. Travel into the future with Kit Corey, Commander-in-Chief of the Space Patrol.
When we last left Happy and Kit Corey and Carol, they were in the air Roboterra, the capital of the universe, the man-made planet in space. Happy has just made a successful flight by means of an anti-gravity block. He flew from the ground to Corey's ship flying over Terra. Space Control is calling Commander Corey, so let's look in.
All right, Space Control, will you repeat that, please?
The security office asked us to call you and repeat that definite evidence of 2 more agents has been uncovered, Commander.
I got that. Is there anything else?
Yes, sir. The lab check of the evidence indicates that someone in high government circles is involved. In sending the evidence to your office, request that you look it in as soon as you get it in.
All right, we'll be in immediately. Over and out.
Over and out.
All right, Carol, let's wrap it up, huh? Full speed ahead. We want to get in there as quickly as possible.
Dolly, I thought maybe I'd get a chance to try an anti-gravity block flight again today.
We'll get to it shortly, Happy. Right now, we have a more serious problem.
This is Carol on Terra the Third, Space Control.
Go ahead, Miss Carol.
We're approaching the landing perimeter at 30,000 feet. Request immediate magnetic force control to shoot 32.
Magnetic
Over.
force control will take you immediately upon contact with the landing perimeter at 30,000 feet. All right, kill your rockets, Miss Carol.
Gosh, they're really taking us in fast this time.
I hope magnetic force control works for a change. I've had about enough of these emergencies.
Is this a slight on my great invention?
Well, no, ma'am, not at all. I just
It's
meant
all right, Happy. You don't have a thing to worry about. I had to replace our magnetic receiver. We gave it quite a beating out at Mars. Don't worry about it, Happy. It's well shock-mounted.
Oh, they've got us safely now. We can all relax.
You know, things in a space patrol are really organized. Well, I'm really traveling around here with fast company.
What's wrong, kid?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was thinking. I hope Tonga or someone we can trust is at my headquarters when they send over that evidence.
Well, that finishes the filing. Nothing about X, though. I wonder if he has any new information. The great Commander Corey. And we installed our own channel in his headquarters, Spaceophone. Yes?
Lieutenant Markall from Security Headquarters with a report for Commander Corey.
Oh?
This is a very high confidential matter. In fact, it's super secret.
Oh, thank you so much.
I received instructions that no one aside from Commander Corey was supposed to read this. Is that understood?
I understand it perfectly.
Let's get a look at these.
They certainly have a way of sending us trusted messengers.
Yes, they do. And the trusted messengers usually belong to us.
Rocket cooling flaps open.
Cooling flaps open.
Boy, oh boy, this is the first time I've had a chance to look at what's going on while we're coming in. Boy, this is really something, you know?
Well, Happy, you got to watch an expert in action with Carol flying.
Thank you, sir.
Golly, I wonder if it'll ever be as easy for me as it is for you two.
I'm sure it will, Hap. Well, what do you say we get the logbook straightened out, huh?
Right, sir. Smoking rockets. You know, this logbook has got an awful lot of me in it. I didn't realize how much I'd been around.
You really have, haven't you?
Boy, Earth to Terra, Terra to Mars, Jupiter, all over the place. And a solo flight, too. Smoking rockets. Boy, this is great.
You'll have a dozen logbooks full before you retire from the Space Patrol, Happy.
A dozen? You mean more like 100?
That suits me fine. As soon as I have this anti-gravity flight logged in here, it'll be ready to sign, Commander.
All right, Happy. Say, maybe we better take it over to my headquarters with us. We ought to get over there as quickly as possible.
All right,
You
sir.
can fill it out over there.
This is getting too close to us, Lieutenant Marco.
Yes, they do seem to have some ideas there that point in our direction.
But fortunately, not specifically to us. Yet, that is.
What do you think we should do about it?
For the moment, I think we ought to lead him off our track as far as possible.
False lead that will take them up a blind alley. Why not sacrifice one of our useless agents to take them off our trail?
No! That would be Sova's method.
Why not? It works, doesn't it?
Would you like to be sacrificed? Well, then,
Well, what are we going to do?
don't worry about it. I'll think of something.
Well, at least you and I are in a position to know what's going on. Someone's coming. Here they come. And this is from the security office, Tonga. It's very confidential. And I also... Oh, Commander Corey, I'll tell him myself.
Good. There'll be some less work I'll have to do.
Hello, Lieutenant Marco. Tonga, you have something for me, Lieutenant?
Yes, sir. The security office sent this over for you.
Thank you. How's the filing going, Tonga?
It's all completed, sir. And I think I'll run along unless you need me for something.
No, I'd like to have you stay while I go over these, if you don't mind.
All right.
That'll be all, Lieutenant Marco. You can tell the security chief that I'll be down at the security lab a little later.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Well, let's have a look at these.
What are they, kid?
Rather obvious conclusions. The security chief is convinced that there's been accurate knowledge of all of our plans. He names here several possible suspects who may or may not be giving information to Sova.
Well, who are they?
He lists some cabinet members who have access to the electronic files. The entire electronic staff and the entire security department.
Well, that's a relief.
What do you mean?
Well, you said you were going to screen the entire security department again, and you were a little worried about what the security chief would say.
Well, I guess it does eliminate that concern, doesn't it?
I have the logbook completed, Commander.
All right, Happy, I'll sign it. All right. Want to take it back to the ship, Happy?
Yes, sir.
Oh, Happy. I'll go with you as far as the security headquarters.
All right, come on.
Well, Carol, we've got a lot of work to do now. You want to take these that I've looked at over and file them in this electronic file, please, while I go over the remainder of the report here.
All right, kid.
Agent 42 to Cobra. Agent 42 to Cobra.
Go ahead, 4-2.
I have the report from Terra to headquarters.
Good, let's have it.
Well, I'm afraid it's not so good. The security chief has a list of a number of our suspects. He hasn't come close to Lady Diamond or myself, but, well, he's getting there. We've got to have commands now.
I'm afraid I can't give them to you. Sova isn't here, and the others in authority are in conference at the moment.
You've got to give them to me by tomorrow.
Call back in the morning at 0800 your time on Terra. I'll have something definite for you then.
Listen, I'm speaking from Corey's ship. Someone's coming. I've got to go. Out.
Don't let them recognize you, whatever you do. Out.
This had to happen to me. I'd better get out of here.
Well, Carol, everything seems to be quiet at last.
It's a good thing, too. If they stay this way, maybe we can get some work done.
Well, Agent X being off Terra affords us a quite little relief.
Patrol Unit 150 to Space Patrol Headquarters.
Speaking of Agent X, that sounds like a report on him right now.
Patrol Unit 150 to Space Patrol Headquarters. Commander
Go
Corey,
ahead,
are you there?
150.
We're still trailing Agent X, Commander. He's finally set a vector on the Jupiter orbit. We're
Good.
convinced that he's headed there.
Good.
We picked up a voice transmission of his to some party he called Cobra. They directed him to a place they named in code. It was at the time that he turned into the Jupiter orbit.
Did you use direction finders on the broadcast?
No, sir. They were too fast for us. They got off the air very quickly.
Well, you better be on the alert for another such transmission.
The whole patrol unit is on a listening watch, sir. We're guarding all space frequencies.
Excellent. And keep the reports coming in.
Very well.
Over and out. Well, Carol, maybe we'll get this Agent X after all. If they can track him all the way into Jupiter, he'll lead us to their headquarters. And I'm pretty sure their head man.
I think Major Soba's there, too. Beginning to think that maybe a trip to Jupiter might be a good idea.
Well, I'm going along this time. You can depend on that.
We'll see.
We'll see nothing. I'm telling you, Kit Corey, you may be Commander-in-Chief of the Space Patrol, but...
Say, I wonder what's happened to Happy.
Oh, Happy. That's right. He has been gone a long time.
Let's take a run out to Chute 32 and see, huh?
Well, now for a more complete look at the report. Kit, come here quickly. Happy's been hurt. He's got a bump on the head.
Happy, what's the matter, boy? What's the matter? What happened?
My head.
What happened, Happy?
I don't know. It seems like every time I come out here by myself, I get clunked on the head. It's getting kind of monotonous.
Well, who was it? Who did it to you?
I don't know. I didn't see anybody. I just stuck my head in the door and wham, the lights went out.
Well, we'll find out. I'm getting tired of these things happening aboard my own ship. This is Corey to the security headquarters. Corey calling the security headquarters.
Chute 32 seems to be a treacherous place for Happy to go alone. This is the second time he's been attacked aboard Corey's own ship. Lieutenant Markall may have made a real mistake this time. It's a cinch the security lab will go over Corey's ship with a fine-tooth comb to identify Happy's attackers. Agent X is still to be trailed, too. As soon as he settles down, it's a safe bet that Commander Corey will be on the way after him, and that won't be long either. If it's Jupiter, we'll see flying saucers there, too, for Jupiter is the source. So be sure to be on hand for the next episode with Happy and Commander Kit Corey of the Space Patrol. Technical director was Charles Coleman. ABC, the American Broadcasting Company.